G'day team, Josh here. Today I want to talk to you or walk you through the path and the process to 3 million in revenue and beyond. So the reason I'm doing this is I'm thinking about the other day, like if I was to start again, if I was to do the whole journey again, how would I do it in a really systematic and methodical way to get to 3 million and beyond in the quickest, fastest, easiest way possible? And that's what I wanted to kind of break down for you in today's episode. So, and the reason I'm doing this is like typically getting to 3 million. And I talk to our boardroom clients a lot about like plateaus in their business, and there's always going to be certain plateaus. Typically 3 million, 5, 7, and then 10 are sort of typical plateaus that you'll go through as a business owner. But usually that sort of path to 3 million is the hardest. Usually because like you're trying to figure everything out, you haven't really done it before. And the main reason is because everything relies on you. Like you think about your journey through to the first million, to 2 million, to 3 million, like you're really building a business around you. But then you kind of realize and wake up at some point that you're like, oh man, I've built this entire business around me. I kind of want to change that. So if I was to do it again, here's the path that I would kind of follow, or here's the path I would absolutely follow to do it in a smart, logical, systemized manner. So 0 to 1 million. If I was doing it all again, I would start with one specific client in a really specific industry who I know I can solve their problems. So one of the biggest problems I see with business owners of consultancies in our industry is that they're trying to be generalists. They're all things to all people, and they're spread so thin because they're trying to work for councils and local councils, state government, private, construction. Like they're just like, I just need to get more work in the door, so I'm going to be like honestly a hired gun and be all things to all people. So if I was doing it again, I'd be like, nah, I'm going to get really clear on one specific client in a specific industry that I can solve their problems really, really well for. I want you to get hyper specific here in terms of like, so think, property developer doing land subdivisions in the land subdivision space, or civil contractor building industrial sheds. Like get really, really specific in a space that you can solve their problems really, really well. So first path to 1 million, get really specific on one type of client and knowing that you can solve their problems really, really well. Then what I do is just head down, obviously marketing, winning work with that one particular type of client, but getting really good at delivering work for that one type of client. So building a delivery method that allows you to deliver really good quality work to that one type of client every time. And so the beauty of having one type of client is that, like, apart from like the little quirks and the natures of like the separate companies, typically you are going through the same process every time. So you can build the same delivery process. So you can build really good systems and processes off the back of that. So you know how to deliver the initial phase of the work, you know how to deliver the next phase and then the next phase. And then typically you just have to modify things a little bit to, the general quirks of that particular client. So I like to think of it as like this 80-20 rule where you can, and this is my take on this particular element of the 80-20 rule, which is if you can get 80% down pat into systems and processes, so you run the same system and process every single time, and then just leave that 20% for the quirks of the job, the quirks of the client, that kind of thing, you're pretty golden there in terms of building that delivery method that delivers the 80% the same time, the same way, time in and time out. So one type of client that you can solve problems for, build a delivery method with you and your team that can solve that same problem over and over again. Think McDonald's, think, that kind of thing, that sort of that level of service where you can get really good at doing that type of work. Then just focusing on delivering great work for that one type of client, getting good quality repeat business from that type of client. So doing great work, getting good quality repeat work. So you're building your workload on that front. Also, then next step, build a LinkedIn marketing system that allows you to generate leads and opportunities from that one type of client. So if you haven't seen my other trainings on LinkedIn, you can get really hyper specific about using LinkedIn to target that one type of client. And then continue to then win work off the back of the reputation that you're building in that particular space. as you win more work through good repeat work from existing clients, new work from new clients through LinkedIn, word of mouth, all that sort of thing, obviously you are building a team around that. So you're going to be wanting to focus on hiring high performers to kind of slot in underneath you as you grow to deliver on that increasing workload. That's typically what you need to do to get to 1 million per year. One client, get really good at delivering that work, get systems and processes down pat, build a LinkedIn marketing system, build a referral network, and build a great team. That's going to get you to 1 million. So then typically at that point, you're sitting at 1 million rev. What you'll want to do then is you can't keep doing all of that. So all of this has been led by you to 1 million per year. What you want to do is then either elevate from within or hire externally a team leader, someone high quality that you can either you've nurtured from within or someone that you've got externally that can then run that little mini business unit for you of 1 million per year. So you want to get that person to come in or elevate them from within, teach them, show them the BD, the winning the work, the invoicing, the leading of the team, the client delivery, and get them to take over that 1 million per year business unit within your business. I want you to think about them as business units. So then once you've got that team leader humming nicely, you then want to step to the side and go, okay, cool. Where's the next opportunity? Is it diversifying a little bit in terms of going and offering and finding another sector of the market to deliver different work in? Or are we doing so well with this one business unit that we can just offer a second team or a second tier? Only you can answer that, but I just sort of sit down and go, is there more work that we can handle for this one team? Why don't we start to bring on a second team and do that? Or there's a really great opportunity to offer an additional complementary service to what we already offer. And then you as the business owner, you leave your team leader running business unit 1, and then off you go to start building out business unit number 2. So then what you do is just you go through that same process. So same process, you build out that team, you highlight what client you want to work with, you get really specific, you get super niched, you build out delivery systems and processes for that type of client or that kind of area within the marketplace. You good repeat work, you're working your LinkedIn marketing, your referrals, and then you build that business unit number 2 up to the million. The reason I'm saying 1 million is typically 1 million in revenue requires roughly a team of let's go sort of 5 to 7-ish people, depending on your fee structure and all that sort of stuff. And so typically all the science kind of backs up that team leaders or people in leadership roles can only look after max 5 to 6-ish people. So you want to build a business unit of that size in terms of once you slot a team leader in to look after business unit 1 and 2, you only ever want them looking after about 5 people. Otherwise, it just gets too unruly. So that's why it's nice to work in $1 million kind of silos. So you build business unit number 2 up to 1 million. Again, same process. You're going to elevate from within a team leader or externally, train them how that runs. Once you're comfortable with 1 and 2 running by themselves, if you're starting to see a pattern here, you step to the side and look for the third opportunity, either complementary service or different service offering. And again, you go through the same process. So it's very, very logical and structured. And I guess what we do a lot of in Boardroom is remove the guesswork, remove the overwhelm. We will just show you how to do it. We'll show you how to build a business. So you don't have to sit there fumbling and, trying to guess what to do next. You kind of just get shown the process. So like I said, if I was doing it all again, I would just methodically build 1 million to 2 million to 3 million. Of course, once you've got that third $1 million team, you're hiring a team leader. Then you, at that point, you're the business owner and you've got 3 team leaders sitting underneath you, all running their teams quite nicely. Then at that point, you've got to make the decision about whether, if you want to grow to that next level, so 3 to 4 to 5, you might want to look at hiring like a general manager or an ops manager to sit in between you. So you, like yourself and, if you've got other directors in the business, you then can focus purely on strategic direction, BD, acquisitions, all that sort of stuff. And you've got a GM or an operations person sitting in the middle that kind of largely runs the day-to-day, looks after team leaders report to them, they report back up to you. And that's how you run a really, really effective and efficient business. yeah, I think that's all I want to cover, team. So if I was doing it all again, that's how I would step back and build methodically and systematically, grow from 0 to 3 million, and then 3 million to sort of 5, the introduction of a GM or an ops manager. Hope that helps. Any questions, please reach out and let me know. And look, if you want to keep building your business on your own without any help, look, we have tons of free resources to help you on your journey. So podcast, the YouTube channel, our website, tons of free information to how to build your consultancy through to 10 million per year. But if you'd like some help, from, I'm a bit biased, but an amazing community of incredible business owners, and myself and my team at Ignite to help you build your business with confidence, get there quicker, remove the roadblocks, remove the overwhelm and the I don't know what I'm doing scenario, please reach out, send me a text, shoot me a message, give me a call. Let's have a chat about how I can help you build your business faster through Boardroom. Have an amazing day.